Hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about the state of affairs and how people fail when they try to change the world, when they try to, you know, battle and argue and go back and forth with people on social media, through the news, and anywhere else, really. I want to start this video off by mentioning a song by King Los. Now, if you guys don't know who he is a rapper who has done a song with French Montana and someone else, I think MGK, and it's called Ocho Cinco. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but he's not too well known. He's kind of underground. But he has a song called War, and I'm gonna name a line from that song right now. So it's called goes something along the lines of it's a war going on. Yeah, it's a war going on. It's a war going on outside in the corner. It's a war on your TV screen every morning. Not the war with the bombs and the helicopters, but the war for your soul. That's what everyone's ignoring. And that last little gem is completely, like, I could not agree more with that line. Um, Everybody is so fixated and deluded by what they see on the news. They think that there's like is people always question, is the war gonna end? Are rapes, are murders gonna end? Are people being killed? Is all this terrible shit? Is it gonna end? Right? And they go on and they argue and you see this on the news, right? You see these people who are Democrat and Republican. You see them arguing back and forth, right? Thinking that them getting their point across is going to really change the other person. Now, let me tell you something that may shock you, but you, the, the world is already like this whole evolution thing of consciousness, it's already set and done, it's already written. So, what people don't realize is that this is kind of like a game that's already been coded, right? It's already been written. The whole storyline is already written. So people don't realize that they aren't going to really change anything, and that by them trying and trying so hard is really that they really think it's going to happen in 10, 15, 20 years. It's not going to happen in 100 years. It may not happen in 1,000 years, but people really think that arguing and shit like this is really going to create change, and it's not. It's not going to. What really creates change is when you go battle with yourself, go to war with yourself. Like you said, it's the war for your soul, right? Because we grow up, right, and we come into the world and we're already indoctrinated, and our mind is bombarded with ridiculous social conditioning, ideologies, belief systems, all sorts of bullshit, and we believe it. It's cultural norms, what you can and what you cannot do, and we get stuck in this mind, in this sort of like mode of reality, I guess, if you want to call it that. And so what the real battle is you unpeeling the layers of the fucking uh, onion that have been put onto you by whoever you want to call them, the Illuminati, the dark entities, whatever. I don't know if who the fuck, you can't really know if they exist unless, like, I mean, some say they live underground, some say whatever, and some, the spiritual side say they're all around us. The dark entities are all around us. When people get drunk on alcohol, what is that? That's them being possessed by dark entities and they black out. What is, So, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. Your whole goal, right? If you transform yourself, if you, like, transform the inner being that you are, then you've won the battle, right? Now, again, a lot of people will say, oh, we've already won because Jesus died on the cross. Obviously, we haven't won yet, right? We really have not won yet. If like look at the state of the affairs right now. So it all really starts with your perception, and you change your perception by working on yourself, by doing the things that I talk about in all these videos, by fasting, by meditating, by becoming aware of your fucking the tricks your mind plays on you and how corrupt it is. You pay attention to your ego, right? This is the ego speaking right now, by the way. So it's quite the paradox. You kind of need the ego to come back, right? But yeah, so transform, like just be going on this self-actualization process is how you win the battle of life. And if everyone understood that, all right, I think if everyone like, if it, think about it this way, right? If everyone's like, just stopped arguing, stopped voting, stopped buying a bunch of shit food. Think about it this way, right? If everyone stopped voting, if everyone stopped voting in the fucking election, and if everyone stopped buying shitty junk food and buying pharmaceutical drugs, then you like the world would be a lot better. Let's just say that. It may not be perfect, right? I can't claim that. But it starts with the individual, right? It's as simple as that. If everyone just stopped arguing, stopped bickering, and just focused on themselves, we'd all be good, because we'd all be giving off a fucking beautiful energy field when I can't speak, when we're around people, right? We'd be giving off that friendly, loving vibe towards everyone, because we'd be so conscious. We'd have new belief systems, we'd have a new perception of reality, and we'd be in heaven, right? We're not going to be in heaven by electing a new president or becoming faithful to a religion and going to church, right? Some people, I guess, find joy in that, but I don't think anyone seriously transforms their life to where they are living moment to moment in bliss, in ecstasy. I don't think you can really get that through the church or by cheering on your sports team or doing all this or getting junk food or beating off or smoking weed or whatever, right? It comes through your inner being. It comes through self-transformation, inner transformation. It's the fixing the world on the outside won't do anything, right? Because you have a bunch of corrupt people. Think about it this way, right? You really think that life is going to be better for everyone if you have a bunch of broken souls arguing with each other that are completely ignorant? No, and that's exactly what you have. That's exactly what you have right now in politics and everything else. A bunch of people who are in kindergarten arguing with each other, not knowing that they're in kindergarten, right? So you can have a better conversation with people. Think about it this way, right? Okay, so let's take two kindergartners, right? And they're fighting, right? That usually happens a lot, right? They fight and they get mad over like stupid shit, like shit that shouldn't trigger them, right? And then they get over it and they learn, and then later when they're in high school, maybe middle school, high school, college, or even in adulthood, they no longer have that problem where they fight, or when they get into an argument, they're more conscious about it, right? And in the same way, you can look at your soul like that, because when your soul is not highly evolved, it's like the kindergartner who doesn't know why it got triggered, right? But when your soul is highly conscious, when your soul is, or I don't even want to say soul, your awareness is, you're aware when it's mature enough, then you can have an intelligent conversation with people, and you can have a grounded conversation to where you both understand that a solution to life's problems or whatever is only going to come from a grounded state, to where you guys, your ego is reduced and you're not trying to win or prove to the other person that you're right and you're a badass and you know what you're talking about. That's where we need to get, and that's going to take a long time. gonna take a long time, but yeah. So focus on the your inner self, right? Uh, as much as you want to change the outer world, as much as you want to see other people thrive, at the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself the question: Am I happy? Am I good? Am I thriving? Right? And that's not even being selfish. You're doing the best you can, right? If you're trying to spread love and do what you can and people are still suffering, then, you have to accept that and be like, all right, you know what? I'm doing my best, but if I'm, as long as I'm happy, nothing really matters, right? So, anyways, that's kind of what I'm at. If, keep working on yourself. Try not to get into arguments with people on the internet. I see it all the time in comments on Twitter, on Instagram. That's why I kind of stay away from that shit, because it's just idiots fucking yelling at each other, which is, I don't know, just kind of pisses me off. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. If you have any questions, video recommendations, or feedback, leave it down below and I will do my best to respond to you. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.